Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Pinball FX2. We last time did the Zen Studios Super League Football Club. Today we're doing something really different with Guardians of the Galaxy. Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy. So this is the 2014 blockbuster film, it says.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
So that'll be interesting. Let's go ahead and double check what the achievements are. Complete a main mode to start the orb bonus of Guardians of the Galaxy. Start to collect the multi-ball of Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay. I think that's kind of all we need to know here. Again, I have to confess, I have been a bad boy as far as it comes to watching movies. I just don't watch movies that come out to the theater.
An assassin, and a maniac. I look around, you know what I see?
So I haven't watched Guardians of the Galaxy.
But life is giving us a chance.
To do what?
Something good, something bad.
So there's a
bit of both.
There's some cities under snowballs. There's a lot of Groot lanes. Who is that guy with the lock? I don't know. Let's see. There's several characters on that spinner that look like those might be missions. But again, I don't know who's that guy. This table kind of looks kind of empty. Like nice big ramps with wide openings to take up space, but then the ramps themselves are kind of long. Maybe we'll have to see the angle once we start playing. And we've got who's that guy with the knives too? Is that Drax? Is that his name? I don't know any of their names. It's been too long. And then there's like 5 balls down at the bottom. That's interesting too.
Let's blow this joint. Drax, get Gamora to the ship. Rocket, here with me.
Why did it start this way? Why did I start with a multi-ball? I was not expecting this. So 5 different I
am Groot!
I got your back, Pete.
Is it each ball represents a different character? I was trying to change the camera mode. That's all I wanted to do.
My name's Peter Quill. There's one other name you might know me by. Star-Lord. Legendary outlaw.
Star-Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Now, from all I've heard, Guardians of the Galaxy was a very fun movie, and I should watch it.
You keeping count, Rocket?
But
I got your back, Pete.
I just haven't gotten around to it. So I guess that means I can only really spoil.
Groot, let's make like a tree and get out of here.
So that was the end of the first.
I can't leave without my music.
Bonus. Let's see. Choose a ramp to retrieve the tip.
Forget it, Quill. There's no time.
When the fate of 1970s chart toppers is on the line, there's always time.
Your deaths shall
that?
be the most excruciating of all the worlds I shall cleanse.
Aw, there's no special treatment necessary for little old us, Ronan. Hey guys, he likes us. He really likes us.
So, like, that was a whole introductory thing. And I still can't shoot the... Give me my... Cut... No.
I am Groot!
There we go. And the ball save is through the middle, which I hate when that happens. Alright. So now we're actually playing the game. Well, that's just the wrong way to start a pinball game.
Be judged.
Like, starting with this crazy 5-ball multi-ball, it's just trying too hard, frankly. And there's a lot of people walking around, turning around, making motions. Star-Lord over here is looking directly at me, and that is distracting as all get out.
I am Groot.
And I can kind of see already why this table feels empty. They are obsessed with...
Time to die, vermin.
Whoa, what? Groot! I need a little help here, buddy! Right.
So we started a mission with Rocket Raccoon, or whoever this is, and Groot. So...
Attention, idiots! Shouldn't I be shooting at something?
I am Groot.
What am I supposed to do? I don't know what I'm supposed to be hitting.
Son of a...
Did I win or fail? I think I just failed that mission completely, but I finished it at least. This is just one of these levels, though. Too much stuff going on. It is a very narrow table, and I've now pretty much
I am Groot.
admitted that I love the wide tables and I really don't like the narrow ones in contrast. There's barely any droppers here, barely any targets. There's like 5 ramps in the whole thing, which is about average, but they don't go anywhere or do anything. And they're kind of long ramps. Not very steep ones, so I'm not having to struggle with them yet. That's the steepest one there.
At last, I shall meet
Drax.
my foe and destroy him.
Drax the
Your foe.
Destroyer.
You are but a moment in time to me, whoever you are. A moment that will not last long.
See, that's the thing here is they should have put the names of the characters on the field, so if you hadn't watched
How
the
can your
movie.
species be this weak?
And see, that's the weird thing is if this was a real pinball table, it would come out right when the movie came out, so you would want that kind of education going on. And target lock. Seems like there's no skill shot, instead there's that target lock thing. Mini game. Again, getting away from the classic pinball elements and in favor of just having video game elements and dot matrix screen elements instead. I messed that up.
You must be joking. I can tell you are a man of great honor.
So let's look at the table guide now. Alright. Help Star-Lord, Drax, Gamora, Rocket, and Groot escape the Kylan by defeating inmates and collecting credits. Shoot all shots to all lanes, sinkholes, targets, and rollovers and bumpers and slingshots will score you points. So shots to anything, basically, get you points. You can swap character balls at the left sinkhole during this mode. So what does that do by swapping character balls? Awesome Mix Volume 1. Star-Lord can leave the Kylan without his music. Hit the cross ramp to collect the tape deck and score a massive bonus. So that's kind of the only skill shot at the very beginning. A successful skill shot is performed in 2 stages. Use the Hadron Enforcer video mode to lock onto enemy target, then shoot the cross ramp to eliminate him. So it's that ramp up there at the top left there is the skill shot. So you have to do 2 things to get a skill shot. Normally that would be called a skill shot and a super skill shot. Hit all 3 targets in front of Ronin and shoot the ball into the revealed sinkhole to start this mode. That's Star-Lord versus Ronin. Shoot the lit lanes to avoid Ronin's initial attacks. That's then hit the flashing target in front of him, the make Star-Lord shoot, repeat until all targets are lit, and then shoot the revealed sinkhole to defeat Ronan. Alright. Drax versus Ronan start. Hit the cross ramp all to light all of the Drax, and that mode starts. Hit one of the 3 levels, lanes, to make sure they come in, then attack Ronan. Okay, hit what's blinking. Rocket versus Ronan requires you to hit the main orbit to light Rocket. Shoot all the root things there. Well, we would. That's the one we did. Shoot the lit rocket to shoot at Ronan. Hit the lanes. But the matching ball will provide the additional bonus. Star-Lord versus Yondu start. Shoot all 4 of those. Guardians multi-ball start. Shoot that to light all the Guardian letters, and then the ball gets diverted to the plunger lane, and the mode will automatically start. So we kind of hit that ramp a lot. Guardians is a really long word. That's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like 9 times, if I counted right. Maybe 10. Then just hit everything when Guardian mode multi-ball starts. And let's see, shoot the right orbit to start Gamora versus Nebula. Just a lot, and that brings us to a completely different table, not an under the field play table, just a random table like the Carnage table in Venom, which makes no sense. And then we have to hit all these blue lamps by shooting that. Right, wizard mode start, you need all 6 main modes to unlock that mode, and then you shoot the sinkhole, and then you shoot all the blinking stuff. What else do we do? And then you hit one of these blinking lanes to complete it, thereby attacking Ronan again. Shoot the flashing lanes to attack Ronan some more. Orb bonus, if you complete the 6 main missions, an orb bonus frenzy mode will start. All shots you award you points. The more main modes you complete, the bigger the multiplier for this mode. So do the main missions over and over again. The biggest score you can earn in this mode will be awarded again if you finally defeat Ronan in wizard mode. And then collector multi-ball. Shoot the right ramp to spell collector. After lighting 3, 6, and 9 letters, you can lock the balls in the collector sinkhole. Then you can also lock character balls to provide super jackpots in the multi-ball. Shoot one of these 3 randomly lit lanes to score a jackpot. If the character ball is present, shooting that gives you a super jackpot. So there's a huge issue here in which they've given you these special character balls to give you more score. This would be very hard to do in the real world on a pinball table, and it really doesn't help anybody except for the most expert players of pinball, because everybody else is just gonna try to keep the ball in play and not lose it. Let's see. Is there a combo system here? It doesn't seem like there is. Alright, and it seems like only 1 extra ball in the whole game too. And I got 12 million in that game, and I'm surprised about that. That is a real surprising turn of events. Let's try again.
Let's blow this joint. Drax, get Gamora to the ship. Rocket, you're with me.
I am Groot.
You keeping count, Rocket?
So here we are, just in a total craziness to
Behind you.
probably match us the first scene in the movie. Was probably to escape from this prison,
I am Groot.
I've got him
or
covered.
whatever, or escape from this planet,
You keeping count, Rocket?
whatever kind of
I got your back, Pete. My name's Peter Quill. There's one other name you might know me by.
but
Legendary.
they're trying to have a chaotic scene be duplicated in the form of a pinball game by giving us 5 balls, which I'm not a fan of. Even a 4-ball multi-ball is too much to control.
Behind you.
It's just craziness. And whatever I hit here, whatever I score, makes
Guys,
no real
let's go.
matter.
Root, let's make like a tree and get out of here.
That's the end of that.
I can't leave without my music.
Forget it, Quill. There's no time.
When the fate of 1970s chart toppers is on the line, there's always time.
And see, that would have been an
Death shall be the most
opportunity to
excruciating of all the
get the
worlds I
bonus
shall
there if I had
cleanse.
gotten across
Aw,
there.
there's no special treatment necessary for little
Then
old
we have
us,
to
Ronan.
watch all this
Hey
every
guys,
time.
he likes us. He really likes us.
And did get the skill shot. It's a little early to say this, being only 16 minutes in the table. But I downright hate this table. I have disliked a lot of these Pinball FX tables. They seem to show a complete lack in my mind of understanding how to make video games, sometimes in understanding how to make pinball games, sometimes they show a lack of understanding how to do both at the same time.
Peter Jason Quill, you stand accused of corrupting the only law that matters in this galaxy.
This
Mine.
And you stand accused of being the galaxy's biggest jerk. I mean, I'm no lawyer, but talk about a rock-solid case.
Such arrogance. You wish to die here? So be it.
Let's see what you got, big guy. Fire away. Ah, that's gonna sting in the morning.
So I think I'm supposed to just hit.
You are no match for
Hit
my
this.
power, Earthman.
Are there
I
any
have made my
kickbacks in here?
judgment, and the verdict is guilty.
No, I didn't see any kickbacks. I didn't see any combo things. The problem here, skill shot, is the game is forcing you to do what you want to do and giving you no variety and no opportunity for the first like potential 3-4 minutes of every single gameplay, and that's the multi-ball, and then that's the cutscene. If I just want to hop into a fast game of Guardians of the Galaxy pinball, I can't do it. Maybe you can turn these things off in the operator's manual, but then whatever scores you would have gotten
Time to
would
die,
be sacrificed.
Whoa, what? Groot! I need a little help here, buddy!
I don't know what I'm doing here.
Attention, idiots! Shouldn't I be shooting at
see-
something? Don't seem that
I
tough to
see
me.
a blinking thing, and I'm hitting the blinking thing,
1 round, 2 to go.
Whatever.
and
I don't got that long a lifespan anyway.
like I totally failed that mission, even though it felt like I was doing exactly what it wanted me to do, but it was giving me no positive audio feedback saying you're doing the right thing, or implying I was doing the right thing at the very least.
I am Groot.
So let's see. These ramps are
I
taking
shall
you all
meet
over
my
the
foe and
place.
destroy him. Your foe? You are but a moment in time to me, whoever you are. A moment that will
this-
not last long.
This table's just kind of crazy. There's not enough drop targets, there's not enough things to do. I like the fact that it's easy to start the missions.
Ugh.
Seems like it would be right there with potentially even the Star Wars Rebels table that I very much liked. As far as just how easy it is to start a new mission. But it does, I think, have one extra mission? No, maybe? More?
This is why none of you have any friends.
And see, I just don't... Like, if I was just alone, I would stop playing at this point.
So, here we are.
I'm so turned off
Two thugs,
from all this. Let's just
and a me.
try to skip everything.
You know what I see?
Hit A and launch everything.
Life
Get
is
out
giving us a
here
chance.
and
Let's blow
just
this joint.
take
Max,
this
get your more of the ship.
5-ball
Rocket, you're with
multi-ball
me.
going.
You keeping count, Rocket?
It's not like you get back to this multi-ball. I haven't seen anything. Oh, there are some kickbacks. They're activated here. I don't know how you can activate them else.
There's one other name you might know me by.
It is also fair to say that the table manual is not detailed enough. There needs to be like a secondary help mode for all these tables that explains like a little bit more. Like every single element. Because there are some things that just are getting left out. And they're in that extended help, it should say, this is what a kickback is, this is what a flipper is.
Make like a tree and get out
Just
of
in
here.
case it is somebody's first
I
time
can't leave without my music.
playing pinball ever. There we go. What in the world? Really? You're going full screen
Your death shall be
takeover.
the most excruciating of all the worlds I shall cleanse.
Aw, there's no
This
special
is
treatment necessary for
ridiculous.
little old us, Ronan. Hey guys, he likes
Ridiculous.
us. He really likes us.
That went full screen to show a logo. I hate this. I literally hate this. It's like being led around by a leash. Pinball is all about freedom. It's about, if I want to hit the ball on the left, fine. If I want to hit it on the right, fine. No punishment, no penalty. In fact, the game will even give you some points if you do something. Maybe sometimes it will have a hurry up mode. Almost certainly it will have a desired place it would like you to shoot. But if it takes you 5 minutes to finally get the ball to that point, in most cases, that's not a problem. Here, there's just like nothing blinking. There's nothing we can do until we hit the ramps multiple times, spelling really, really long names to start some mode. There we go. I don't like the center kick ball save.
You
I
are
don't like that it throws it back up from the middle. I actually don't like the fact that I've gotten as high of a score as I have, considering I'm like brand new to this table and I don't feel like I've done anything to deserve whatever my high score was, which was like 19 or 20 million. That is kind of a tiny insignificant problem in pinball, but if you're giving out billions and billions of points for just pressing the start button, it starts to become a little too much.
I am Groot.
Come on, Rocket.
Time to die, vermin.
Whoa, what? Groot! I need a little help here, buddy!
So again, we have a lock on the left and a ramp up the exact center.
Attention, idiots! Shouldn't I be shooting at something?
I am Groot.
Attention, idiots! Shouldn't I be shooting at something?
Come on. Like, whatever I need to do to get him to shoot, I am certainly not doing.
I am Groot.
Come on.
1 round, 2 to go.
And that was one lock.
I am Groot.
Oh, you son of a...
So, like, that felt like I should have succeeded there. That felt really like I should have succeeded there. And I didn't. And I don't know what I did wrong. Or what more I needed to do. Just keep on hitting things.
This wasn't the plan.
Honestly, even if I had nostalgia for the game, I don't think I'd be very happy with this pinball table. It seems just like it's another badly done license. I kind of have to wonder, what if it was the creators of Pinball Arcade that got these licenses? And that was their focus. Could they make better tables? Or maybe that's why they don't make
You
new
stand
tables,
accused of being the
really.
galaxy's biggest jerk.
They instead...
I'm no lawyer, but talk about a rock-solid case.
Such arrogance. You wish to die here? So be it.
Let's see what you got, big guy.
I just don't know.
Fire away.
I guess we
I have
won't
made my
ever know
judgment,
unless they
and the
actually...
verdict is
The licenses did go
guilty.
to somebody else. And they decided to make a different...
I can tell you are a
Table.
man of great honor.
Man, it's a struggle. It's been 30 minutes and I'm like, I don't even really want to play anymore.
Let's blow this joint. Drax, get Gamora to the ship.
So-
Rocket, you're with me.
Every enemy defeated gets us credits. And, or those are two separate things. So let's... But what does a credit do? What does an inmate being defeated do? I mean,
I've got it covered. Drax, behind you.
and
name's Peter
is
Quill.
that score that I'm
There's one
collecting
other
right
name
now?
you might know me by. Star-Lord, legendary outlaw.
I am Groot.
Is it multiplied by the
Keeping
bonus
count, Rocket?
chance at the end?
I've got it covered.
Or I thought the bonus chance
Drax,
at the end was
behind you.
a multiplied bonus for the rest of the game. Now the joke about him calling himself
Guys,
Star-Lord
let's go.
is that nobody else calls him that.
Let's
I
make
don't
like a
think.
tree and get out of here.
So we got 40 inmates defeated
I
and
can't leave without my music.
22,556. There we go. And they really are gonna do this every time. I'm not gonna hit any button just to see if something else happens.
Your deaths shall be
Nope.
the most excruciating of all the worlds I shall cleanse.
Aw, there's no special treatment necessary for little old us, Ronan.
Darn
Hey
it.
guys,
Tried to nudge
he
it.
likes us. He really likes us.
I am Groot.
Now, is there a way to start a mission immediately after this
Peter
point?
Jason Quill, you
guess
stand
maybe.
accused of corrupting the only law that matters in this galaxy. Mine!
And you stand accused of being the galaxy's biggest jerk. I mean, I'm no lawyer, but talk about a rock-solid case.
Such arrogance. You wish to die here? So be it.
Let's see
And
what
how
you
many
got,
times do I have
big
to
guy.
hit him?
Fire away.
Is this shoot the flashing ramps or bounce on them and fire?
Whoa! That was close. But I ain't being brought down.
Left kickback activated, nice.
I am Groot.
Trying to hit these targets. Not doing the best job. Yeah, this is gonna be a tough one to hit. The music's nice, and I heard the music was very good in
And the
Guardians of the
verdict
Galaxy.
is guilty.
And people were very happy about that. I'm sure Disney was very happy about that in particular, because then they could take all the music from whatever company they license that from and sell it as a new soundtrack and get a lot of sales. Because I'm sure Disney
You
owns
must
some
be
kind
joking.
of music company. Or have some shares at least in some music company. That's how the movies work, is they don't say to the producers and makers of movies, you could use any song that you would like or have new songs made. They say, we'd really like you to use the songs on this list because we already own the rights to all this, and we would like these songs to sell more CD copies and album copies on iTunes, or some individual songs on iTunes. That, and you may actually notice
are an imbecile.
some of that happening when it seems like songs are just getting added to movies for no good reason,
I can tell you are a
or
man
they're
of great
playing
honor.
it for half a second and they don't really even have any impact
Let's
on the
blow this
scene.
joint. Drax, get Gamora to the ship. Rocket, you're with me.
So we're back to this. Like, you get barely any time to actually even play the character, because you spend so much time here, and there's nothing that ends this. This is simply 40 seconds more of this has to go on.
I've got it covered.
33 more seconds of
My name's
this.
Peter Quill.
It's like a full minute
There's one other name
at
you
the
might know
beginning
by.
of each
Star. Legendary
each game.
I am Groot.
This feels almost like a punishment. Like, oh, I would prefer just to be a better player at this game to keep the actual gameplay going instead of this multiplayer
Sanity is
madness.
the refuge of cowards.
Now, as far as I can tell, none of these balls have any
Guys,
different
let's
weight
go.
or anything.
Groot, let's make like a tree.
They feel
and get out of here.
just like regular pinballs.
I can't leave without my music.
Let's go ahead and hit the A button and see how much we can skip here. Can't skip this. Hitting the launch button still. Won't let me skip.
Your deaths shall be the most
They're
excruciating
so
of all
pushing the
worlds I
music.
shall cleanse.
They're even
Oh, there's
pushing
no
it
special
in
treatment
the,
necessary for little old us, Ronan.
in the
Hey
video
guys, he
licensed
likes
pinball
us.
game.
He really likes us.
I am Groot. I am Groot.
So you can't start anything immediately. You have to go through, well, you have to do several things at least. Maybe lock all these targets and you could get that drop down. That's probably the easiest mission
Judge,
to start.
lest ye be judged.
And see, it just doesn't make sense when playing a licensed video game. The people don't
Peter
spend more
Jason
effort on it.
Quill, you stand accused of corrupting the only
Like,
law that matters
this
in
feels-
this galaxy.
totally like a cheap
You
license
stand accused of being the galaxy's biggest jerk.
get more money
I'm
versus
no lawyer, but talk about a rock solid case.
what I would do if I was making a video game.
You wish to die
I would say,
here?
look, this
So
is a
be
big
it.
property.
Let's see what you got, big guy.
A lot of people like this
Fire away.
movie. We have to do justice to it. We have to make a good game here. And
I have
we've
made
got
my
the funding
judgment,
and the backing,
and the verdict
probably.
is
Maybe they don't
guilty.
have the funding and backing, and that's part of the problem. But so often this is the case. I just recently finished recording Lego Harry Potter Years 5 through 7, and the PC port of that is so badly made that it just stutters every few minutes. The game locks up. We're talking a game that's like at least 5 years old, and
I can tell you are a man
cannot
of
run
great
on
honor.
a pretty powerful computer today. Still, it didn't run when you first got the game, and it doesn't run now.
Let's blow this joint. Drax, get Gamora to the
You
ship.
would think
Rocket, you're with me.
when you have an 8-movie saga like the Harry Potter series,
Sanity is the refuge
that
of
they would
cowards.
do right by that, or put out a patch or something, get it to work, and they just don't. And that's kind of WB in a nutshell. Arkham Knight, a big ticket, like end of the trilogy. Somehow, even though it was the 4th game in the series, Batman video game, you would think it would work and run for everybody great, and it just
I've got it
didn't.
covered.
Although maybe now they finally got
Drax,
enough
behind you.
patches into it that it will work for most players. But then, even if they do get it working, from what I heard, the game wasn't that good.
Guys, let's go.
Same is true
Let's
for
make like a
WB.
tree and
WB
get
is
outta
the
here.
parent company of Traveler's Tales or TT
I can't
Games.
leave
They
without my
changed the
music.
name. They changed their name at some point, and they were given
Forget it,
the Lord of
Quill.
the Rings and
There's
the
no
Hobbit
time.
as
Fate
a
of 1970s chart toppers is on the line. There's
as a
always
license
time.
to make a game
Your
from, and
deaths shall be
those
the
are
most excruciating
pretty bad,
of all
too.
the worlds I shall cleanse.
not
There's no special
full
treatment
of
necessary
bugs,
for little old us,
just
Ronan.
bad.
Hey guys,
Missing
he
DLC.
likes us. He
So
really
like
likes
Lego
us.
the Hobbit on Steam doesn't even have the DLC that finishes the story. It just ends on a cliffhanger and it's like, forget it. So yeah, talk about ridiculousness. And it's a shame because sometimes, most of the time when they make a Lego game, they are good, or at least decent for what they are. But some of the biggest license they drop the ball on. And I don't know why you would let a game like that out. It's one thing to push out something like Recore, a new license. That nobody's going to be too upset that Recore feels a little unfinished or feels like they didn't do a very good job on it, which is what I've
Nice
heard
guys
about
finish dead.
Recore. It's another thing to push out something that has some love behind it, some fan favoritism. It's abusing the fandom, and the last fandom you want to abuse by selling them garbage is probably comic book fans. Although, on second thought, I guess Marvel and DC have been abusing their fans for years with constant reboots and gimmicks and variant covers, so you have to buy 6 copies of the
Is this the best your
same
species
comic
has to
book or
offer?
blind bag variant covers, so you have to buy multiple copies and maybe still not get what you want. But maybe comic book fans are just used to that level of abuse. But movie fans aren't going to be. Pinball fans aren't going to be. I'd like to think and hope that pinball fans have some
I
pride,
am Groot.
and they wouldn't just buy a digital license of Guardian of the Galaxies,
Peter
the
Jason
Pinball FX.
Quill, you stand accused of corrupting the only law
After
that matters
seeing
in this galaxy.
this video.
Mine!
Just own it.
You stand accused
Even
of
if
being
it
the
adds
galaxy's
your
biggest
wizard
jerk.
score
I mean,
like,
I'm no lawyer.
by
but talk
playing one
about
more
a
table, I
rock-solid
don't
case.
know if it's really going to be
Such
worth the
arrogance.
$3 to
You wish to
$6,
die here?
however much it
So
was,
be it.
to
Let's
buy
see what you got, big
this
guy.
game, this table,
Fire
and
away.
maybe 1 or 2 other tables. Like the
Let's get this
bundles
thing in
are
the
all
morning.
a little different.
One down, 2 to go.
There we go.
I have made my judgment, and the verdict
And I lose
is
again.
guilty.
This is why none of you have any
And
friends.
see, it doesn't even feel like I'm getting 3 balls. Let's count here. Like,
Let's blow this joint. Drax, get your
Get
more to the
this
ship.
bonus.
Rocket, you're with
here.
me.
We go through all this.
You keeping count, Rocket?
Frankly, you might as well just go do it like this. Just like, nope, I'm not gonna play. Just let the balls fall. Whatever, we'll just let them fall. I got 40 more seconds of this. Let's just quit playing. It doesn't matter. That's boring, certainly.
My
But
name's Peter Quill.
it kind of
There's
just,
one other name you might know me by.
it's like everything on the floor is flashing, and none of it's gonna get me anywhere. Maybe I'm supposed to shoot specific balls down specific
Drax,
lanes
behind you.
or something. I don't know. 5 more seconds of this.
I got your back, Pete. Guys, let's go. Rude.
When we're done.
Let's make like a tree and get out of here.
And see, I still got a pretty decent score
Can't
there.
leave without my music.
Even with 20 seconds of just sitting there, not doing anything.
Forget it, Quill. There's no time.
The fate of 1970s chart toppers is on the
And
line.
so,
There's
when you miss
always
it,
time.
it just says Guardians of the
Your
Galaxy on
deaths
the
shall
dot
be the most
matrix.
excruciating of
But
all
when you
the
get it, you have to
worlds
actually
I
watch the
shall
logo.
cleanse.
There's no
So they're
special treatment
punishing you
necessary
and
for little old us,
stopping
Ronan.
you from
Hey
having
guys,
the ability
he
to play the
likes us.
game.
He really likes us.
I mean, you get that super skill shot. Awesome volume mix. Awesome mix volume 1. Don't interrupt the flow of the gameplay. That is probably rule number 2 or 3 in pinball.
I am Groot.
Don't let the player make the players stop and watch something. Particularly at the beginning when they haven't even started and gotten into it. Like, it's too cinematic for its own good.
Nice guys finish dead.
Can I find anything here? Anything new? Like, I think I've kind of done them all. Or I'm not going to start some of the missions. And even if I did start the missions, I don't think much is going to change.
Time to die, vermin.
It's just all the same thing over and over again.
Groot! Groot! I need a little help here, buddy! I bite.
There is also a level here. It's not probably putting the movie in the best light because it is giving me the impression that they spend the entire movie just fighting this guy, and that's it.
Attention, idiots!
Which
Shouldn't I be
that
shooting
very
at
well
something?
may be what does
How do you
happen.
like a bit of your own medicine, huh?
I probably would have more to say about that had I actually watched the movie. But with this band of rogues, I would
Attention,
think there would
idiots!
be
Shouldn't I be shooting at
a
something?
like master
Whatever.
thief
I don't got that long
section where
anyway.
they steal some jewels or something. There might be a race away. There might be a couple of battles against a couple of different people, like gunshots. Maybe a duel with pistols at some point. dealing with shady figures in the bar. All these would be things I would imagine might take place in Guardians of the Galaxy. And this game is not representing any of that, if any of that does happen.
At last, I shall
It's just
meet
every
my foe
mission
and destroy him.
is somebody
Your
fighting
foe.
somebody else.
You are
Which
but
makes
a
me
moment
think
in
that the whole
time
movie
to
is
me,
nothing but
whoever you
fights.
are. A moment
Which
that will
would
not
get really
last
boring.
long.
So I need to get this ramp here on the left. Not that one, though. So that was ball one. And why are we shooting at targets? Do we act as a bounty hunter for a while? I thought we were the bad guys getting chased around. Yeah. Oh, I'm on ball 3. How'd I go from ball 1 to ball 3? I must have not been paying attention. But it clearly says ball 3 up there, so... So you get the multi-ball and you get 3 balls. It just doesn't feel like it because there's so little to actually do here. Particularly when the mission's not started. It's just knock the ball around, see which one you light up first. And whichever one you light up will be the next thing. And oh, by the way, if you've done 4 or 5 of these, that means you would have to get very precise about hitting the right lane to light the right thing.
Peter Jason Quill, you stand accused of corrupting the only law that matters in this galaxy. Mine!
And you stand accused of being the galaxy's biggest jerk. I mean, I'm no lawyer, but talk about a rock-solid case.
Such arrogance. You wish to die here? So be it.
And see, when you hit
I
those
have made
targets
my
right there,
judgment,
there's
and
a
the
decent
verdict is
chance it's just gonna
guilty.
knock the ball down the middle.
I
And
can
it's
tell you
happened
are
a
a
lot.
man of great honor.
So I don't even know how I could get
Drax,
above
get your more to the ship. Rocket, you're with me.
14 yeah. Like, there's no multi-ball except for this first multi-ball. It seems that you can actually lock. Or I can actually lock. This table really just started off on the wrong foot with me. And every time I play it, that's exactly what it's going to do. It's gonna give me this multi-ball and I'm just
My name's Peter
upset
Quill.
about it.
There's one other name you might know me by. Star-Lord.
Now, some real-world pinball tables have had modes like this at the very beginning, and you can skip them. And you'd think, well, why would you want to skip them? They give you less score. But now you kind of see the reason why you want to skip them is they don't give you that much a score. And if you're just trying to play real pinball, where you actually have control of one pinball and know what shot you're taking and where the ball is going to end up.
Let's make like a tree.
Having
and
5
get
on the
outta here.
table and just desperately trying to keep them in play
I can't
is
leave
a
without my
totally
music.
different experience. That's pachinko, basically.
Forget it, Quill. There's no time.
When the fate of 1970s chart toppers is on the line, there's always time.
Your deaths shall be the most excruciating of all the worlds I shall cleanse.
Aw, there's no special treatment necessary for little old us, Ronan. Hey guys, he likes us. He really likes us.
I really don't like that he turns around and looks at you. It's creepy. It's downright creepy to have a 3D model turn around and looking at you. Breaks my concentration. I've been moderately okay with the other
Nice
games
guys
having
finish dead.
characters stand around on the top, on the playfield, or not on the playfield, but on the pinball frame. Didn't even shoot it there.
I am Groot!
So because you have this digital targeting at the beginning when you shoot the ball, that means you have no plungers going on. Yet another element stripped from video game. From the video game versions
I need a little help here,
of
buddy.
pinball. No bonus matches still at the end. I can't believe that doesn't exist. Like, that'd be easy just to patch it in too. Every pinball's just like,
shooting at something.
if you would like this as an option, we'll turn it on even though it doesn't do anything. I really would. I would very much appreciate bonus matching at the end. I want this to feel as much like a real pinball game as possible, and I think that puts me at direct odds with what Zen wants to do. They want to create something new that
Is this the best
not
your
very many
species
people,
has
I
to
think, are
offer?
going to appreciate. Some new hybrid between video games and pinball that is too much unlike either to be familiar. And I've certainly seen other people integrate other things into pinball, and it suddenly gets away from the purity of pinball and makes it feel weird. Perhaps I'm just a snob about pinball, and that's why I want just a pure experience. It's possible.
I am Groot. At last, I shall meet my foe and destroy him.
Drax again.
Your foe? You are but a moment in time to me, whoever you are. A moment that will not last long.
So I hit a ramp. I have to hit another ramp. No. Darn it. Wrong. Went too far that time. Come on. Nope.
Ugh. How can your species be this
One
weak?
lit lamp moving around every few seconds. That's quite a difficult task.
I can tell you are a man of great honor.
That's not usually how they do pinball. Usually, it's one lit
Let's blow
lamp.
this
It's
joint.
always the same
Drax,
lit
get Kimura to
lamp
the ship.
for
Rocket,
each
you're with me.
goal, and it is flashing for as long as you
I
can
got your
take
back,
those
Pete.
shots until the mission ends.
Drax, behind you.
So the thing here is, I might as well just close my eyes. I'm just gonna close my eyes and hit the flippers rhythmically, and you just see how much points and I get from now on until the timer and the music changes in a few seconds. I'm just gonna have my eyes closed, hitting the flippers. Might as well.
Drax, behind you.
Just eyes closed. I'm peeking every now and then to see how much time is left.
Guys,
Alright,
let's
time's
go.
up. I got 56
Make like a tree
inmates
and
and
get outta here.
33,704. I got a higher score than I
can't leave without
usually
my
do
music.
with my eyes closed. That's how pointless a
Get it, Quill. There's no time.
five-ball multi-ball in
1970s
a
chart toppers is on the
narrow
line. There's always
pinball
time.
table with very
Your
little
deaths shall be the
as far
most
as variety things
excruciating
to
of
hit.
all the worlds I shall cleanse.
Aw, there's no special treatment necessary for little old us, Ronan. Hey guys, he likes us. He really likes us.
Yeah, I don't think that joke plays these days. That's like a Jim Carrey joke from probably a decade ago. So this is gonna be ironic. That first thing, that first multi-ball got me so much points, which I don't think it did. It barely got me like a million.
What the flark was that?
So Marvel and DC both have a pretty wide, like, universe, aliens part of their stories, and it'll be interesting to see how those get integrated in their attempts to make cinematic universes.
Judge, lest
Because
ye be judged.
eventually the Avengers and the Guardians of the Galaxy are going to have to at least tangentially come together. And
Peter
Thor
Jason Quill,
has already
you stand
been
accused
introduced
of
in the
corrupting
Marvel
the only
universe.
law that matters in this galaxy. Mine!
And you stand accused of being the galaxy's biggest jerk. I mean, I'm no lawyer, but talk about a rock-solid case.
Such arrogance. You wish to die here? So be it. I have made my judgment, and the verdict is
Wow.
guilty.
So like one hit on the thing and then I'd lose.
This is why none of you have any friends.
And now we have 4 minutes remaining. And I don't want to play it again. I really don't want to play it again. I didn't want to play this table after 10 minutes. There's just nothing here that interests me at all. So for Guardians of Galaxies, I got 14 million, which gets me now over $1 billion. I guess I was already over $1 billion with all the other tables. Actually by 150 million points, which then that all adds up together though to give me a super score of 1,181. Multiply that by the 21 tables I've played now, which gives me a wizard score of 24,801. Interesting how the numbers just go up and up and up. I would be surprised if the leaderboard wasn't a little bit lower here. And we kind of do see that the all-time leaderboard is pretty low. Number 1 is 1 billion, and then number 2 is at 700 million, and then it just gets lower and lower. Number 10 is almost 400 million. And how you get 400 million in this game, I could kind of see it if you were just having an awesome game and you got 100 million and then you repeated that awesome game 4 more times, going through the missions 4 times. Yeah, I guess you could do that. You just have to be an expert at that pinball table, and that's a lot of suffering. Here on the Super Score we can still see the same people as always. Huge difference here. Like super score of 3 billion, 2 billion, number 3 half a billion, and then it goes down and down. Number 10, 74,000. Well, actually, this is 3 million. Why was I saying billion? 3 billion, 2 billion, half a million. I'm getting all the numbers messed up. Forget it. Pinball Wizard scores are incredibly high still, but that's across all the tables, so just as long as we keep playing all these tables that I've purchased, I wouldn't be surprised if I do end up somewhere with a Wizard score of maybe 120 million. I wouldn't be super surprised by that. Am I going to get on the top 10 list? Probably not. I bet there's a lot of people in the middle there that 1 point difference, it makes all the difference. There might be a lot of people tied for 11 too. No friends, so no challenges and no Pinball Kings. Let's look at the local high score. Yep, it's the same as always. The top one is always 10 million. So I've got multiple games that got over 10 million because I don't even know why I got over 10 million. It didn't seem like I was really doing anything. And the games are so short, we have 9 games here that made the top 10. 3 below Tom, 6 above. That's how short each game was. Did we even look at the achievements? I think we did, but we'll check them again. Complete a main mode, the orbs bonus, never even got close to that. Start collector multi-ball, never even got close to that. Alright, well, we have been striking out on the Marvel ones. Definitely. It's like, I didn't like Ant-Man. I really didn't like Avengers Age of Ultron. You'd think if this was a bundle for these two, one of those would be at least a little bit better. Didn't like Venom. Didn't like Guardians of the Galaxy. I think some of these are in the wrong order, though. I imagine some of these were bundled with other things. Well, next one is Deadpool. Maybe Deadpool will be the one that saves the day, like the recent Deadpool movie came out of the blue and was really popular. But we'll have to wait a while before we get to that one. Next time we're going to do Star Wars Pinball Han Solo, which should be interesting. And I'm batting 2 out of 3 as far as the Star Wars games. I liked The Force Awakens. I liked Rebels. I didn't like Might of the First Order. So if Han Solo turns out to be good too, and we start to find that most of the Star Wars sets are pretty good, then that would be nice. And after we do Han Solo, we'll do our next non-licensed or individually licensed thing, which is Wild West Rampage. And this, I think, is part of Season 2 of their core games, so that'll be interesting to see just another one that they made up from scratch. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me further, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.